Merry Christmas to you, my friend, and Happy New Year. And before I go too far, let me say happy school fees to every one of you. From next week, our children will be going back to school, and therefore I want to make this broadcast on realities on ground. This broadcast is for parents with children in primary schools and perhaps secondary schools. The reality of education in Nigeria they are medically different from what obtains abroad. We have our peculiar situation that impinge on the eternal destiny of our children. We can raise children without losing them in any form from the beginning of each term to the end. Believe me, we can beat the odds. How can we do this in this new term? 1. If your children are old enough to understand you, sit them down and let them know that a new term has started. And Nigeria of this week is not the Nigeria of last week. Things change every day here, especially security situation, food security, health security, relationship security, and so on and so forth. Number 2, tell your children to be careful. Don't receive favors unnecessarily from people. Don't accept free rides unnecessarily. Don't beg for food items from anyone. If anything is given, thank the person, but tell the giver, I have to show it first to my parent before eating it. Number 3, have the contact of your children's teachers. When you drop them off at school, ensure they enter the gate before you leave. Exchange greetings with the security person at the gate to establish the fact that you dropped them. Number 4, let the teachers or the security men know who picks them after school. If you let them know. When you are not going to pick them, let them know the alternative arrangements. Number 5, the best arrangement is for the school boss to do the job of picking them in the morning and dropping them off in the afternoon. If the school boss drops them at home, someone must receive them from the boss. Anytime they return home, check their bodies in case of any bodily harm. Number 6, be very discreet with your children. Give out less information about them. If your friends don't know your secret, your enemies won't use them against you. Remember that most of the people we call enemies today were once our friends. Keep your mouth shut. Number 7, it is good to celebrate them on resumption day, on their birthdays, but don't publish the name of the school they attend. Please, ayetigbege. Number 8, be spiritual. Nothing happens in the physical without the permission of the spiritual. Anoint your children before they go out. Give them the communion. Hold prayer meetings in the morning and night. Remember, the devil is not tired. If he can't get you, he is targeting your children. Number 9, if you are having private arrangement to take your children to school, like using Okada, forget that, or tricycle, that is the keke napep, ensure you know the driver to his route. A man who knows he has no hiding place. Without this, take the children to school yourself. Number 10, for peace of mind, keep your children in a boarding house if you can afford it, or locate a good school for them in your vicinity where you can walk to and fro to pick them in school. Number 11, let your children know that it is a no-no for them to walk alone along the bush paths or play in the gutters or dare moving vehicle by saying that at least the driver is not blind. Maybe the driver can see me. Number 12, simple etiquette. Greet people and move on. Give respect to elders. Give things with 2 hands to people. Don't stretch your hand first to elders for a handshake. Vacate your seat when you see elders. Give support or right of place at the ATMs or bank to pregnant women, the sick people, or the aged. Let your children know these things. Number 13, mothers, ensure your children, even your daddies, eat before leaving home every morning. It could be pretty difficult, I know this, with most mothers, but I beg, make una try. Let your children eat before leaving home in the morning. When the tummy is filled, temptation is little. Number 14, tell your children to be careful with the appliances when parents are away. Be careful with the kitchen utensils, electric kettle, sharp objects. Don't take phones near the oven or gas. If what we read on the social media is true, I mean, you hear all the story that there's an explosion because they took phone to the kitchen or stuff like that. I don't know, and I've not practiced it. But be careful with the air conditioning unit in the house. When NEPA behaves, switch off the power. Don't forget. Number 15, engage your children in discussion after each school day. Ask them, how did they go? What happened in school today? Any bullying in school? Any homework? Fathers, don't leave this duty to mothers alone. Find time to sit with your children to check their books. Mothers alone cannot be cooking and attending to homework. Fathers, promise to attend the open day or the PTA meeting this year. Don't leave the mothers alone to do all these runnings around. Number 16, parents, discipline your children with the phones and with television. What some children watch on the screens of their phone in the absence of their parents are terrible. I tell you. Pedophiles are all over the place. People you don't expect, family members, church members, neighbors, mosque members, their peers, introducing children to pornographic sites. Let's be careful. Number 17, if parents don't know how to engage the parental guidance on DSTV or your phones, read about them online, or you can contact me. My numbers are there. Don't destroy your children with phones thinking you are showing care or proving points in the society. Number 18, if your children do take food to school, call their teachers to ensure they eat them rather than buy food around the school. Some children only have mouths for decoration. They will never eat until they are forced to eat. The way you pack their food is the same way they will return it home. Engage the teachers to assist you in matters like these. Number 19, parent, spare the rod. I say spare the rod. The Bible can't be wrong. Parents, don't take the rod away from the teachers. When your children are wrong, let the teachers discipline them. Teachers, you too should use the rod in love. Parents, the rod can't kill your children. The Bible is not a liar. Number 20, give your children water when going to school. Let them be friendly with water to aid digestion. When your child is sick, don't fret. Don't panic. The child is not dying. Take charge first in the spirit with relevant verses, even as you take the child to see a doctor. Show appreciation to teachers. Yeah, some schools don't really like parents giving gifts to teachers so as not to induce them to show favor to children with marks. Good move by schools. But you can show appreciation at the end of each term to teachers for job well done. Lastly, teach your children to be free with God. God is their father. God is their owner. You are just a caretaker. Give them a good lecture on the power of God. There is so much for me to say, but I'll just leave it here today, believing that you have learned one or two things. This is Mentoring Masterclass. We hope you will partner with us to deliver more lectures to you. God be with you. Bye.